Tonight we'll be taking a look at updated mask policies, Tiger Giving Day, and our involvement update. We will follow with our sports segment and we'll end by announcing the National Day as well as our adorable pet of the week. All of that and more is coming up on Eagle Eye's Thursday News at 6. Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Samantha Avila.
And I'm Riley Sue Walker. The Auburn University COVID Research Center has reported 133 new positive COVID cases for the week of January 31st through February 6th. This number is a significant decrease from the previous week's number of 333, continuing the consistent decline of cases since Auburn students arrived back on campus for the spring semester. In addition, the center has reported that out of 394 on-campus administrative tests, 77 came back with a positive result. That is 19.5% positivity rate, a decrease from last week's 27%. The East Alabama Medical Center has seen a greater number of hospitalizations and ventilator usage since the start of the new semester. The EAMC continues to reside in visitation level red. You can stay updated on Auburn's COVID situation by visiting the Auburn COVID Research Center website.
More than 50 million households have received their free COVID-19 home tests from the federal government. On Wednesday, the White House COVID-19 response team's senior advisor, Dr. Tom Inglesby, said that represents more than 80% of the initial orders. The Biden administration announced in December it bought 500 million at-home COVID-19 tests to be mailed to American homes. The government launched a website to sign up for the free tests in January. Given an expected drop in demand as Omicron goes down, Inglesby said the administration is asking for the testing industry for ideas on how to sustain and expand the market going forward. He says tests will be needed to interrupt coronavirus spread long term, since they allow people to get a quick diagnosis, leading to quicker treatment.
Auburn City schools have dropped their mask requirements. The Auburn City school system released a statement on February 13 concerning new mask policies. At the recognition of improved conditions in schools and the community, facial coverings will not be required indoors. This went into place on Monday the 14th. However, students are required to wear masks on school buses as directed by the United States Department of Transportation. Auburn City Schools also urges everyone exhibiting symptoms to seek prompt medical attention and refrain from attending school. Auburn University has not yet had any change in mask policies, and students are still required to wear masks indoors as well as on the Tiger Transit buses.
Auburn University's 2000 Tiger Giving Day is set for February 23rd and includes a record-breaking 50 projects that you can support. This fundraising event will unite campus and community needs with the generosity of students, faculty, alumni, and community members. For 24 hours, the Auburn family can support a variety of campus-wide projects and see the impacts of their gifts through real-time updates on tigergiving.org. Projects include the restoration of a classic airplane with the School of Aviation, a pet care emergency fund initiative, providing healthcare to the Black Belt, and more. Some Tiger Giving Day favorites are the wheelchair basketball team, campus kitchens, Canine Performance Sciences, Auburn Student Veterans, and the Southeastern Raptor Center. Tiger Giving Day has funded hundreds of projects since 2015. Each project is unique, but they all depend on support from the Auburn family. Visit tigergivingday.org to learn more about the event.
This week's update with Involvement Ambassador President Travis Harrison will help anyone looking to get more involved here on Auburn's campus. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, it's time for our involvement update. As always, it's me, Travis Harrison, president of the Involvement Ambassadors. First up, on Saturday, the Auburn rowing team is having time to check out the sport of rowing. During their event, they're going to teach individuals the fundamentals of the sport and have time to spend on the water to develop skills. No experience is necessary to learn about rowing. This will take place at the River North Marina and will be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So go to AU Involved to find the exact address and more details about the event. On Tuesday, February 22nd, the Office of Sustainability and Diversity and Honors is hosting an outdoor film festival. The collection from the Oscillation Transia Film Festival will be shown. The films amplify the voices of Black, Indigenous, and other people of color. There will be free popcorn, hot chocolate, and tea that will be served, so make sure you bring your own mug or water bottle, chair or blanket, and dress for the weather for this event. It'll be held at the Pebble Hill Courtyard and begin at 5:30 and will end around 7:30. The last event we're going to talk about is student involvement hosting Dr. Yusuf Salem. This event is going to be hosted by the Black Student Union, the University Program Council, and Emerge at Auburn as part of Auburn's Black History Month celebration. It'll be on Thursday, February 24th at 6 p.m. There will be a moderated Q&A followed up by a chance to meet Yusuf Salem and take a photo with him. This event is open to any student. Just make sure to RSVP on AU Involved before slots fill up. That's all that we have time to talk about this week, but as always, there are tons more events happening on AU Involved, so be sure to sign in to AU Involved and take a look at the events tab and attend to anything that catches your eye. Hope everyone's having a great week. War Eagle.
When we return from this short break, we'll take a look at the upcoming Employee Appreciation Week at Auburn, as well as the annual Easter egg hunt. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
The Involvement Awards is an annual awards ceremony hosted by Auburn University Student Affairs and Student Involvement. It honors the exceptional organizations, student leaders, and advisors that we have here on campus. Nominations for the 10th Annual Involvement Awards are due tomorrow, February 18th at 4:45 p.m. on AU Involve. This is a wonderful opportunity to recognize your organization, members, and advisors for their hard work this past year. Some nomination categories are Outstanding Cultural Impact, Outstanding Incorporation of Diversity and Inclusion, Student Leader of the Year, Most Entertaining Campus Event, and more. If you have any questions about the 2022 Involvement Awards, contact involve@auburn.edu.
Auburn University's Human Resources Department asks Auburn employees to mark their calendars for the week of April 25th for Employee Appreciation Week. For Monday, April 25th, the Human Resources Department has created a list of ideas you can implement that day to celebrate your department, which you can find on the Human Resources website. On Tuesday, there's a Walk at Work Day from noon to 1 p.m. On Wednesday, there will be the Employee Appreciation event where the Employees of the Year will be recognized. On Thursday, Sirius XM Radio, humorist and Auburn native Patrick Henry will share stories and songs that highlight those who make Auburn University great. Tickets will be available soon. On Friday, there will be a gift giveaway for employees. This will be a special time to recognize Auburn employees for their hard work and commitment to campus.
The City of Opelika took some time to honor a former police officer with a proclamation recognizing her as the first Black female police officer in its history. Lucy Kirk started on the force in 1974 as a parking control officer and worked for 20 years at the Opelika Police Department, according to the city. She retired as a sergeant in 1994. During the Tuesday City Council meeting, Mayor Gary Fuller and City Council thanked Kirk for her service.
Governor Kay Ivey recently announced that beginning Monday, April 18th, and spanning through Tuesday, April 26th, the driver license offices must be closed statewide. During these office closures, registered Alabama voters will still be able to obtain a free voter ID by visiting their County Board of Registrar's office or Secretary of State's office. To receive this free photo ID voter card, applicants must provide either a photo ID document or a non-photo ID document that contains their full legal name and date of birth. Be a registered voter in Alabama and cannot have any valid form of photo ID acceptable at the polls. For any questions or concerns regarding obtaining a voter photo ID, contact the Secretary of State's Election Division at 334-242-7210.
The 42nd Annual Easter Egg Hunt at Kiesel Park will be on Saturday, April 16th at 10:30 a.m. Thousands of eggs filled with candy and toys will be hidden throughout the park, the perfect activity for families wishing to celebrate the holiday. Registration goes live on Monday, March 7th at 8 a.m. Participation is free, and you can sign up on auburnalabama.org/Easter Egg Hunt. For more information, visit the City of Auburn's Facebook page at facebook.com/cityofauburn.al. When we come back, we'll discuss the threat of bird flu, the Ahmaud Arbery hate crime trials, and the introduction of commercial space flights. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
We return now to Eagle Eye News at 6. Farms that raise turkeys and chickens for meat and eggs are on high alert, fearing a repeat on the widespread bird flu outbreak in 2015 that killed 50 million birds across 15 states. On February 9th, a virus infecting a commercial turkey flock in Indiana was discovered. The 29,000 turkeys in the flock were killed to prevent the spread of the virus. The USDA has also confirmed the presence of bird flu in a flock of chickens in Kentucky and are awaiting results from another farm in the same state. The virus spreads easily from wild bird droppings and can be carried into commercial locks on the feet of the workers or on equipment, which is why high-level biosecurity protocols have been activated across the country. New safeguards have been enacted to prevent these deadly infections.
Prosecutors in Georgia started calling witnesses Tuesday in the federal hate crime trials of the 3 men convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery. Jurors will decide if Gregory and Travis McMichael and William Bryan are guilty of chasing down and shooting Arbery because of racial profiling. 2 neighbors who lived in the Brunswick neighborhood where Arbery was killed testified Tuesday. One said he didn't see the McMichaels or Bryan rendering aid or showing any concern for Arbery's condition. Another said before the shooting, he saw Arbery walking around a house under construction and thought he looked suspicious. A sergeant with the Klein County Police Department also testified about the more than 200 pictures she took of the crime scene. She said she also took Arbery's fingerprints since at the point he was unidentified. The judge said she expects the hate crime trials to last between 7 and 12 days.
This is a historic settlement between a gun maker and families of an infamous mass shooting in America. Families of some of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting victims have reached a $73 million settlement with Remington and its insurers. And as Daryl Forge reports, it comes more than 7 years after the lawsuit was filed.
Today is a day of accountability for an industry that has thus far enjoyed operating with immunity and impunity.
Gunmaker Remington has agreed to the settlement with the families of 5 children and 4 adults killed in the massacre at Sandy Hook Elementary School.
Every single day we miss who Rachel would be.
The settlement comes more than 7 years after the lawsuit was officially filed. Remington manufactured the Bushmaster AR-15 style rifle used in the 2012 attack that left 20 children and 6 adults dead in Newtown, Connecticut.
It's not a useful weapon for hunting or for self-defense. It was designed to kill quickly and efficiently.
With Remington now in bankruptcy, families will split the $73 million settlement. Plaintiffs' attorneys say that is all the available coverage that Remington's 4 insurance carriers could pay. The other key part of the deal, the families have gained access to thousands of pages of internal company documents, and their attorneys say they have the right to make them public.
What you are going to get.
Lawyers for the families claim Remington knowingly and negligently marketed military-grade weapons to unstable individuals.
These families, they would pay everything. They'd give it all back just for 1 minute. That would be true justice.
I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
Virgin Galactic says it's ready to start offering the general public an out-of-this-world experience. Starting yesterday, the space travel company says people can try to reserve a spot for its next trip to space. As you can imagine, space travel is not cheap. The total cost for a reservation is almost $500,000. An initial deposit of $150,000 holds your spot. Virgin Galactic says these who take the trip will experience an hour-and-a-half-long journey from Earth to space and back and see what the planet looks from the outside of it. 1,000 people are slated to be on board of the initial flight later this year. To make a reservation, apply at virgingalactic.com. When we return, we'll discuss our National Day as well as our Pet of the Week. Also, we'll take a look at what boy in Florida is breaking records. Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. If you're broke, you need to earn some cabbage. If you're gullible, you fell off the cabbage truck. If you do something foolish, you might get called a cabbage head. And if you want a healthy snack of leafy greens, you might enjoy eating some actual cabbage. If you couldn't tell, it's National Cabbage Day. According to the National Day calendar, cabbage was first brought to the U.S. by French explorer Jacques Cartier. Cabbage is a diverse vegetable that's the main ingredient in dishes like kimchi, coleslaw, and many salads. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and broccoli are all different forms of cabbage. The vegetable also inspired the 1980s toy phenomenon, Cabbage Patch Kids. Celebrate today by trying a delicious cabbage recipe and using #NationalCabbageDay to post on social media.
Lots of teenagers like to reach for the stars, metaphorically speaking, but there's a basketball star in Florida who has a slight height advantage. As Kyle Berger reports, he's made it into the Guinness Book of World Records.
IMG basketball player Olivier Rioux always seems to be the center of attention.
It's not something you can hide from. You can't put on a hat and not be 7'5" anymore.
You heard right. Ollie is 7'5", and at 15 years old, he stands as the tallest teenager in the world, according to the Guinness World Records.
My mom is 6'2" and my dad is 6'8".
Height runs in the Canadian big man's family. Here's his size 20 shoe next to my humble size 10.
When I was 10, 11, 12, I started going and it was getting fast because like every week I was like getting, I was like taller than every kids in my school.
At 7'5", Ollie is a giant on the basketball court, and of course, that has its advantages. Ollie is not just big, he's talented. He's a phenomenal passer. He can shoot the three and finish at the rim. First-year head coach Jeremy Schiller's goal is to maximize his potential.
The biggest thing when you first meet him, you're concerned is he skilled? Can he move? What's his motor like? Does he like basketball? Those are the things you're nervous about when you're meeting a 7'5" kid and starting to work with him. And the first thing is he loves basketball. So that's huge because some kids are just tall and people make them do it.
Ryu is proof that embracing what makes you unique can help you reach new heights.
If you're looking for a diamond in the rough, Lee County Humane Society has you covered. Our new pet of the week, Diamond, is looking for the perfect new family and is hoping that it can be with you. This pretty girl loves spending time with people and is quite the self-proclaimed lapdog. She always wants to be by your side and promises to warm up the chilly nights by cuddling next to you. Diamond is 2 years old, spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. She's heartworm negative and her adoption fee is $115. Apply online for her today at www.leecountyhumane.org/adopt. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Samantha Avila.
And I'm Riley Sue Walker. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.